your bitch ass up.
Man, they good,
Alright, we going through this channel without this nigga. Culture gang.
Culture gang, what's up? It's Gerron.
Stupid shit.
Mo.
How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. Like, comment, subscribe, dislike. Drop ideas in the comments while watching the video. Let's get it.
You gotta let them know what we're reacting to, nigga.
All NBA Go Edition, baby! Mohamed. Let's get
This
it.
fool.
Every season, the NBA releases 3 All-NBA teams to reward the best players. In this video, I'm going to do the same thing, only for all of NBA history. I'm going strictly by position, not fit. I will also list each player's best career moment. Enjoy. All-time NBA third team. Point guard, Chris Paul.
What?
The third best point guard of all time?
No. Isaiah Thomas need to be there.
Not bad.
Longevity is so far above Isaiah Thomas's. His peak is way better than John Stockton's, and Oscar Robertson didn't have much playoff success as the lead man either, which is a common criticism of CP3. But CP3 gets the edge over Robertson because he's played in a better era, especially for point guards. He might be a bit of a playoff choker, but every team he's been on instantly becomes better, and that has to count for something. Best career moment, dropping 41 points and 8 assists on 16 of 24 shooting in Game 6 of the 2021 Western Conference Finals to reach his only NBA Finals. Shooting guard, Dwayne Wade. Wade's first 7 to 8 years before his knee problems were just a touch or two below LeBron's in terms of quality. His 2006 title run was legendary, even if he benefited a ton from the refs in the finals. He was never a great outside shooter, but his slashing ability and fearlessness towards attacking the rim, no offense to his wife Gabrielle Union, made him special. However, his playoff career post-2006 without LeBron is...
Iverson.
What?
I wouldn't have Iverson over Dwayne Wade.
Oh.
Iverson.
You just want him on the list?
If he makes the cut, that means there's no Iverson. Because we know Bean is going to be 2.
And we all know number 1 is.
Right. So.
No, I'm okay with that. I think, honestly,
I
got Harden over
I got Harden over Iverson, too.
Iverson's 5th for me.
Harden,
Yeah, he's 5th now.
Even
then,
Jerry West.
I have a hot take.
Jerry West.
Go drop right now.
Go
That's
ahead.
a hot take.
Bonus hot take.
This is going to be... I don't know. Yeah,
Go ahead.
Go for it. We're listening.
James Harden is better than Dwayne Wade.
Ooh, all time?
Offensively, you cannot touch him.
Defensively, though.
Yeah, so it's a wash.
That's where D-Wade lapsed.
It's a wash, though. He's better offensively, he's better defensively. It's a wash.
But Harden is not better defensively than
offensively.
Sure, but Dwayne Wade is still a good offensive player and is also a way better.
Harden's not a good defensive player.
At all.
I just give him the points for like leadership. Harden doesn't have that.
Leadership? Oh, Harden doesn't have that?
Harden doesn't have leadership. No, like when everyone's like collapses, like he doesn't bring him up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Like this nigga, he was balling, bro, in 2011.
Yeah,
he was balling.
But that's why.
That's why I say
LeBron said 2011 for a reason. You wanted to make a LeBron point. That's all you wanted to do.
I'm saying that's good. That's actually a good thing LeBron choked.
Because he would have got Finals MVP.
I will give you that.
If Dwayne Wade would have got Finals MVP,
you ain't ready for that.
It would have got worse.
You ain't ready for that.
I'll give you that, bro.
So you got to think about
you got that one.
You got to think about
That's facts. It looks better.
Yeah, it looks better.
Good take.
Surprisingly bad. Best career moment, averaging 39, 8, and 4 on 62% true shooting over the last 4 games of the 2006 Finals to win his first ring and only Finals MVP. Small forward, Larry Bird. Some might be mad to see Bird this early, but I couldn't let nostalgia overwhelm my opinion. Bird's peak years from 84 to 88 were special, and he won 3 MVPs, 2 rings, and 2 Finals MVPs in that span. But Bird had 2 things working against him. He had just 9 prime seasons, and his playoff career outside of 1984 and 1986 is surprisingly weak. He was a complete all-around player, but not as good of a postseason scorer as you'd think, even before the injuries. Best career moment, averaging 27, 14, and 4 on 60% true shooting in the 1984 Finals to win his 2nd ring and 1st Finals MVP. It was also the only time he defeated his...
Tragic.
rival Magic.
I see almost 50. I see 50. I see almost 50, 40, 90 splits.
The next time they make
Johnson in the finals in his career. Power forward, Dirk Nowitzki. I was torn between KG and Dirk for this spot. Do you choose Dirk's scoring and offensive skill set that translates to any situation?
Yeah,
or KG's insane versatility and impactful defense? Both won one ring and had many playoff disappointments. In the end, I went with Dirk because he was a more consistent postseason performer, and his 2011 title was more impressive than KG's 2008 title. I know I'm getting 25 points per game with prime Dirk on my team, no matter what the
Giannis is
best career
already the
moment,
second
averaging
greatest power forward
26,
of
10,
all
and 2
time.
on 54% true shooting
done
and a
in that
massive
spot, too.
upset win in the 2011 finals
put
for his
Mohamed
only
over
ring
him?
and finals MVP. Special thanks to LeBron. Center, Hakeem Olajuwon. In my top 12 players of all time video, I ranked Hakeem ahead of Shaq. And
Thank you!
top 5. But after doing more research, I overrated Hakeem and underrated Shaq. Hakeem was a complete big man and was an absolute gamer in the playoffs during his prime, winning 2 rings and 2 finals MVPs. But I wonder why his teams made it past the second round just 4 times in his 15-year prime. For all of his gifts, it seemed like it should have translated to more consistent team success. Hakeem had a more aesthetically pleasing game and was a better defender than Shaq, but Shaq was just better offensively, and his teams won more consistently than Hakeem's. That was enough to knock Hakeem down to the 3rd team for me. Best career moment, averaging 35, 13, and 5, with 4 blocks per game on 59% true shooting in the 1995 Western Conference Finals against the newly crowned MVP David Robinson. All-time NBA second team, point guard Stephen Curry. Steph finally lost his Finals MVP virginity on his 6th try, and his fans are going so overboard with praise, it's obvious they want to have sex with him. No, he's not as good as LeBron and Jordan, and no, he wasn't the best player on the Warriors in the 2017 and 2018 Finals, but his impact offensively is real and has been the driving force behind the Warriors winning 4 rings in 8 years. Do I think he'd have the career he's had if not for well-timed injuries to opponents, recruiting KD like a bitch, being blessed with the 2nd best shooter ever, and the best defensive player of his generation for all of his prime? No, but that's life. He still never beat LeBron on the playing field, though. Best career moment, averaging 31, 6, and 5 a game on 63% true shooting in the 2020 Finals to win his 4th ring, 1st legit ring, and 1st Finals MVP. Shooting guard, Kobe Bryant. I've already made my opinion on Kobe clear. He's overrated, but still a legendary player. That hasn't changed. But I believe one of the few things most people can agree on about Kobe is that he's the 2nd best shooting guard of all time behind you know who. Kobe was so skilled, I think it actually worked against him, as he thought he could make every shot. If he wasn't so stubborn with taking tough shots, he might have made the MJ comparisons a real thing. But his rather mediocre efficiency relative to other all-time greats is what makes him a top 10 player as opposed to a top 3 or 4 player like his fans believe him to be. Best career moment, averaging 32, 6, and 7 on 53% true shooting in the 2009 Finals to win his 4th ring and 1st Finals MVP, proving he could win without Shaq. Small forward, Kevin Durant. It's a shame how KD's career turned out.
Deuces.
I don't agree either, bro. I'm not walking.
Over Larry?
That's bullshit. But what has he done outside of Golden State?
Let's find out.
Made in Oklahoma City as a likable, homegrown superstar who was protected by the media and also a team that was good enough to win the title. But of course, we know what happened next. He went to Golden State and won 2 rings and 2 Finals MVPs, which nobody respects. His time in Brooklyn has been filled with disappointments and injuries, but he's still the most complete scorer ever. And no matter how much Steph fans want to rewrite history, KD was the best player for Golden State in the 2017 and 2018 Finals.
What did I say?
He brings a solid point.
No, what did I say? Everything with KD is skill. We get that. That's already a given.
That's the point I made.
What has he done outside of Golden State?
That's the point I made.
That's all I'm saying.
But he's saying
he needs hardware. Get an MVP. Get a championship.
Aesthetic has to
get
go.
Another one.
Oh, okay.
Aesthetic has to go into it. You feel me?
He needs more. Okay, he needs 1 more MVP and 1 more chip to actually like be in my top 15, 13, 10.
I think 1 more chip will do it.
1 more chip.
Yeah.
He
needs with the Finals MVP.
He don't even. Yeah, he needs to be the best player.
I mean, he has to be.
But if he gets the chip, I gotta give it to him.
That's it.
There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say.
Yeah, that's 3 of them.
Right.
And he's the best player for all 3 of them.
Except he has to go back to Cleveland, not Cleveland, OKC.
If he gets a ring for us,
there's a very good chance Golden State doesn't leave the 2017 Cavs or the 2018 Rockets without him. Best career moment, leaving Golden State in 2019. Power forward, Karl Malone. Notorious child wonder, Karl Malone's off-court history is well known and rightfully held against him. But this is a basketball video, and I'm looking strictly at his on-court contributions. If you look at just the regular season, Malone has an argument as a top 5 player ever. His consistency was legitimately remarkable, and his teams consistently won. But the big bugaboo for Malone as a player was the postseason. He was a choker, and a massive one at that. Year after year, with few exceptions, his efficiency fell off of a cliff, and he could never get over the hump and win a title. It's for the best. Best career moment, averaging 30, 10, and 5 a game on 59% shooting in the 1998 Western Conference Finals to sweep the Lakers and reach his 2nd straight NBA Finals. Center, Shaquille.
Hey, I don't put him over Giannis.
That strip over that Jordan did. Never forget that one.
Over Malone.
Hey, what Scotty say? The mailman don't deliver on Sundays.
O'Neal. Shaq's career is a puzzle wrapped in an enigma. His resume of 4 rings, 3 Finals MVPs, and an MVP is legendary, but there was always
that man worked for FedEx. He don't
Those
deliver
4
on
rings
time
should have
ever.
been 5 or 6 rings instead. Those 3 Finals MVPs should have been 4 or 5 Finals MVPs, and he should have won at least 3 or 4 MVPs instead of 1 if he was more serious about his conditioning. As is, though, he was the best player in the league for a good 4 to 5 years. If he was serious about his conditioning. He had the ability to be a top 2 or 3 player ever, though. Best career moment, averaging 38 points, 17 rebounds, and 3 blocks per game on 61% shooting in the 2000 finals, with his first ring and Finals MVP, and kick off the Lakers' three-peat. All-time NBA first team, point guard Magic Johnson. There's been a push recently to put Steph Curry over the notorious commentator as the best point guard of all time. And while I personally think an argument can be made that Steph is a better player, I'm not completely sold.
Nigga, explain your problem with this. I don't see what's wrong here. Go for it. What's wrong here?
Go crazy.
Everything, man.
Like explain.
What? This might sound
Magic is one.
This might sound
Magic
dumb.
is the best passer of all
This
time.
might sound dumb, but
he plays the point guard position better than Steph does. Simple as that.
If you talk about pure point,
he's 6'10".
It doesn't matter. Steph Curry should be a better point guard.
He had an advantage over every point guard in the league.
Hey, you realize
he wasn't getting guarded by point guards like that.
You realize the ball.
Look, that nigga's damn near the same height as him.
Nigga, he's bending over. I mean, his knees, like he's.
You're making excuses.
He didn't get guarded by point guards
at all. Well, not at all, but barely.
Thomas, yeah, a lot of.
He was not guarding fucking Magic Johnson.
Oh no, was he? Who's
I have to look back, but I don't think so. Probably.
Yeah, those are guards.
Make your point. Make your point. Why is Magic not number 1?
Just don't think.
You don't have any criteria.
I'll give it to him begrudgingly. But if Curry,
you're such a hater.
If a Curry gets another ring,
he better be the Finals MVP. Is all I'm saying. Magic has 3 of them, and honestly, should be 4 of them because James Worthy did not deserve that one. But he had a good series, but Magic was better.
Man, let's get this.
Stop hating on him, bro.
I like James.
He's the greatest point guard of all time.
Yes, Magic's
about Magic.
Yeah, top 5 all time.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be a discussion.
It shouldn't be.
Kareem don't have 6 rings without him.
Kareem has 1 ring without Magic Johnson.
1. And Magic went out. He could have got 1 without Kareem.
He damn near did. He went to the finals.
He went to the finals without him.
I don't know what to go do.
He did go there.
Hey, if Magic ain't get eggs, I bet you he get 1 off Mike.
What?
He gets 1 off Mike.
They build a better team around him.
Yeah, he gets 1 off Mike.
Deme is ridiculous. 5 rings, 3 MVPs, 3 Finals MVPs, and 9 Finals appearances in 11 healthy seasons. Like Steph, Magic was blessed with great teammates, but those Lakers teams went from good to great because of him.
Yes.
Players, Magic and Steph couldn't be more different. Steph is a sharpshooter with an amazing handle who does his most damage off the ball. Magic was on the ball a lot, didn't shoot many threes, and had a boring but effective handle to get where he wanted to on the board.
Just because it's boring doesn't mean it's not good.
Do you see that pass? Do you see that pass?
Let me say, Kareem is boring, but it was effective. That's why he's the GOAT center. Or at least he should be.
Didn't Magic have
lead
like
offense?
This is gonna be.
I just think Magic has a little more to show for his career than Steph at this point. Best career moment, averaging 26, 8, and 13.
26.
On 59%
you say he can't
true
score.
shooting in the 1987 Finals to win his 4th ring and 3rd Finals MVP, which also gave him his 2nd Finals win and bragging rights over Larry Bird and the Celtics. Shooting guard Michael Jordan. You already know about MJ and why he's here. What's more interesting to talk about is how he changed basketball forever, but not in the way you think. He ruined basketball discourse because so many people think the only way to win championships is to shoot 30 times a game like he did. And if you don't, you're a mentally weak loser. Jordan had great luck in terms of timing. The 90s were a weak era, and the Bulls got to avoid facing any historically great teams while they had the most complete roster in the league to complement MJ. To his credit, MJ capitalized on it by getting 6 rings and 6 Finals MVPs, but ball hogging like he did isn't normally conductive to winning basketball. I also can't deny this fact. The guy was absolute nails in the clutch and the 4th quarter, and that's why he's a top 2 player ever. Best career moment, averaging 41, 9, and 6 a game on 56% true shooting in the 1993 Finals to win his 3rd ring and 3rd Finals MVP to complete his first 3-peat. Small forward, LeBron James. LeBron is the most complete basketball player of all time. It also speaks to his standards. Let
me just say this. LeBron's the best player. Jordan's the greatest.
loser for only having 4 rings, 4 Finals MVP.
There's a difference between best and greatest.
No, he's not even the best.
Oh, you're tripping.
Not even the best.
Continue. I'm done with
He was the best.
I'm not doing this. I'm not
making 10 Finals appearances. The trackers will point to his Finals record and say that's why he can't be the GOAT. And to a certain extent, they're right. But let's also be real. If you're going to mention Ray Allen's shot and Kyrie's shot, you also have to mention his best teammate missing the Finals in 2015, something MJ never had to endure, and having to face the KD Warriors for 2 years, also something MJ never had to endure. If I wanted to be extra picky, I could say LeBron.
Oh, you're tripping. Them 96 Bulls will not beat the Warriors. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. We're not doing this.
One
Stop
doesn't
it.
have to deal in what ifs.
Get the dick. Shaboy going. Get the dick out your mouth. He wouldn't. No, they wouldn't.
And it's just a
Stop
special,
it.
special
No, the fuck he
Would have the mentality over KD.
No, the fuck he wouldn't. He barely beat those Supersonics. No, the fuck he wouldn't. Get the fuck out of here.
How's barely beating somebody?
He was up 3-0.
They was up 3-0.
They were up 3-0. So they took the guy.
They lost 2 in a row.
He beat him
They
in
could have
6.
swept them. Yeah, they beat him in 6.
Jordan never went to Game 7.
Never went to Game 7.
Congratulations.
LeBron's been to how many games?
Congratulations. Weak era. Continue the video.
Weak era. Here we go with this.
You agreed. You don't even say nothing. You just agreed. I saw your face.
Come on, bro.
If it's a weak era, why do you like Magic?
Y'all are such bullshit.
Why do you like Magic Johnson?
They wasn't in the same era, bro.
It still was.
That ain't word.
Hit play.
His 3rd ring and 3rd Finals MVP after leading the 2016 Finals in all 5 major statistical categories to defeat a 73-win Golden State team after falling behind 3-1. Power forward Tim Duncan. Whereas LeBron is controversial and demands constant media attention, Duncan was the opposite. He was laid back and content with playing in a small market where he could just focus on basketball and not have the media in his face 24/7. The result was 19 years of nonstop success, including 5 rings, 3 Finals MVPs, and 2 MVPs. Duncan was pretty boring to watch and didn't have many flashy highlights, so he doesn't get a lot of coverage other superstars have. But this also cuts 2 ways, and this is something most people don't even talk about. He didn't get as much attention for his success, but his failures also got glossed over more than other superstars' failures have. Duncan basically load managed the entire second half of his career, and nobody said much when his teams fell short in the playoffs or he put up mediocre stats. He had it made in San Antonio, but he also made San Antonio. Now that's a bar. Best career moment, averaging 24, 17, 5, and 5 blocks per game on 55% true shooting in the 2003 Finals versus the Nets to win his 2nd ring and 2nd Finals MVP. And center, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. There will always be debates about who the best center of all time is. Is it Wilt, Russell, Shaq, Hakeem, Kareem, etc.? Wilt had the stats, Russell had the wins, Shaq had the peak, Hakeem had the iconic moves, but Kareem had all of that. Stats, well, he's the all-time leading scorer. Wins, well, he has 6 rings and 2 Finals MVPs. Peak years, how about 6 MVPs, the most of any player ever? Iconic moves, does the skyhook ring any bells? Kareem was the best player in the league for nearly a decade and was still an elite player deep into his 30s. The only knocks against him is peak game in a weak era, fueled by drugs and splitting talent.
Hey bro, there's been multiple people to perfect a fadeaway. Nobody's perfected a hook.
Who made it though?
Dirk. Dirk's perfected it. Dirk perfected it.
Perfected what?
The fadeaway. KD has a great fadeaway. Kobe had a good fadeaway. A lot of people have fadeaway.
I'm not saying one of
those.
Who's the creator?
Who used the hook?
He's not the creator of the fadeaway. Stop it.
Okay, George Mikan is the creator of the hook shot. Doesn't mean he's better at Kareem.
He's the creator of layups, I guess. Right? Is he better at layups than Kareem? No. What are we doing here, bro? He's the creator of basketball, bro. He's the creator of time.
The creator of basketball.
That nigga was there when God said, "Let there be light." Go ahead.
God said, "Let there be Mikan."
He played in the dust era.
The dust era?
Oh,
That's so
wow.
old, they're dusty.
His teams also never won anything without a legendary point guard, although Oscar Robertson was past his peak in 1971 when Kareem won his first ring. He was also not the best player for at least 2 of his rings, whereas Jordan and LeBron were the clear-cut best player for all of theirs. All things considered, Kareem is a clear
He gave Jordan credit.
Ever,
Get the dick out your mouth.
besides MJ or Bron you could argue as the GOAT without
Okay, does LeBron at least have a argument in your mind to be the GOAT?
No, clearly not. He's a fucking hater.
No?
But Kobe does.
No argument.
No argument? Why?
Bro, he's played more and has done less. So how
Are
is
you
that
joking?
Less?
How has he done less?
The only reason why he's in the GOAT discussion is because of his stats.
This is LeBron's best.
Mention anything without stats.
This is LeBron's.
I love to say rebounds, assists when it comes to everything.
Wait. This is LeBron.
I never hear.
He watches Kobe in everything besides rings. And it's only one ring.
Why do you play the game? Why do you play the game for the ring?
Oh my God, Robert Horry has 7, but you're not going to say he's a good player, are you? No.
No one knows him.
That's not.
We all know Bill Russell. Is Bill Russell better than Jordan?
No.
He got 11 of them things.
And he was the best player for probably all of them.
So many Hall of Famers, bro. So many.
They're Hall of Famers by default. They're default Hall of Famers.
You literally, if I'm on a team that wins 8 rings
Hall of Famers.
and I score 15 a game, how am I not a Hall of Famer?
That's a default Hall of Famer.
That's my point, though. He was beating Wilt when Wilt didn't have good teams. The same argument you used for LeBron James against Curry, right?
That's not a good argument.
That's what you used when Curry beat him, right? Finals.
Continue.
So there's a difference between that. Wilt and Bill Russell played the same position, so they had to guard each other.
KD,
LeBron and Curry never played the same position.
KD, LeBron.
What
KD,
is your
LeBron.
point here?
Your point?
So you're using KD. You're praising KD to make your point against LeBron. But literally,
I'm saying
3 minutes ago you were talking shit about Kevin Durant.
No, I'm saying like they played the same position.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
And Bron cooked him for years.
LeBron beat him, yeah.
For years.
LeBron's better than KD. No one's
Okay, so what's your point?
What's your point?
Continue, man. Continue.
Shut up! See, you're just a hater. You just hate.
Laughed out of the room, in my opinion. Best career moment, averaging 26, 9, and 5 on 63%
Wow.
true shooting in the 1985 finals at age 37 to win his 4th ring and 2nd finals
He did it at
MVP.
36.
14 years
You're
after
such a hater.
the
He did it at
I'm sure
36.
everybody
Yeah,
agrees
35,
with every single decision I made in this video, so there's not going to be any arguments in the comments section. But in the off chance there is, go ahead and state who you think are your all-time All-NBA players.
I agree with
I agree with
it.
Yo.
By the way, I know you were watching porn last night.
Dog.
You sick, disgusting piece of shit. You thought I didn't know, huh? Well, you're lucky I didn't call the cops on you.
Yo.
Call the police.
Right now.
All right.
Okay. Well, that gave us a lighthearted way to end the video.
Yeah.
I agree with everything on it.
No.
No, you don't.
I agree with the list.
Mailman's not over Giannis. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
No, Giannis.
No, he's
Giannis
not.
is 2. Giannis is 2. Giannis over.
You realize Giannis is only 28, right? And he
has
already
time to pass it.
already has
So you telling me
a more decorated resume than him.
So is Giannis top 20?
Yes. Already.
Wow.
Already.
No.
Already.
That's a bit much.
Already.
He's top 30.
He is 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year, and a ring where he was the clear best player. What are we doing here?
The Nets were injured. Let's mention that.
Oh my God! Anybody's injured. Anybody's injured any year.
Suns were injured.
And guess what? Guess what? He closed them out with a 50 piece. He closed them out he sent them home with a 50 piece.
I know, but like, let's just not act like the Nets would have beat them. They barely beat the Nets with KD by himself.
Oh my God! You realize he's better than KD, right? You realize that?
KD's old.
Let me just make this point. Did y'all not notice the complete hatred? He had no actual argument for LeBron not being in the GOAT conversation.
Didn't say that.
Not.
You literally, I asked you, is he in the GOAT conversation?
I told you he's not in the combo right now, as of right now.
What is he gonna have to do to get in the GOAT combo? What is he gonna have to
Win
do?
another championship.
What? Oh my God, dude. You're just hating for the sake of it. You have Wilt as a top 5 player, but he has 2 rings.
Of course you say, oh my God, because you know he has no shot this year. You know that. He has no shot.
Okay.
He already is in the GOAT conversation.
He's been in that conversation for years.
I don't think. I think Jordan's a better player, but
with the 4 and 6 finals,
in that conversation.
He lost 6 finals. 6
okay.
So we can excuse 5 of those, right?
I'd say
outgunned on 5 of them.
That's not how things work, bro.
Bro.
He has 6 losses.
Okay, then why are we excusing all the first round exits Jordan had? Because he didn't have enough help. That's why.
No, because they don't hold records.
The only one you can hold against LeBron is 2011.
Dude, they don't even hold records in the first, second round.
Oh, stop it. Oh my God. Just because it's not recorded doesn't mean it didn't happen. You're stop it. Stop it.
Hey, my one thing about that, they only went to 3 games. George wouldn't have got swept. He would have got a game out there.
Hey, if I could stand up and slap this man right now, I would.
I'm consistent.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I would have brought up LeBron losing the first round, second round, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I only hold him to the finals.
He lost in the first round 1 time, and because his team was hurt. That's it.
He can't lift his team?
Nah, he can't lift his team?
I thought he was the GOAT.
Come on, he is bad.
It's bad.
I'm done with y'all.
Was he not bad?
I'm done. Video over.
What did he do?
Video over.
Lost to the Suns?
He was hurt. Video over.
Injured.
Video over. Video over.
Injured, even though he got injured once before. But he was injured in that series.
Yeah.
He was. What's your point?
He was not injured.
He ran away. Culture gang.
Culture
with y'all niggas.
Apparently he's injured. And he's like, hey, he's healthy enough to play. He's not injured.